Well, we've been working on that one for years, but it's, again, like Bill mentioned, we were an odd choice because one of the criteria for getting into this club was to have some level of access. And although we didn't when we were first elected, we're excited that through the efforts of Arrowhead Electric, by the end of 2012 or early 2013, we will sort of moved along the progression of Maslow's hierarchy of needs in regards to broadband, and we will have a fiber to the home implementation in all of Cook County. And with that context, the MIRC project came at a perfect time for us because we had just received notification of our funding and support for this infrastructure project, but we still needed to keep our community involved in the dialogue about how we were going to do this thing what we were going to do with this thing once it got here. Because as Tom mentioned and as Mayor Ness mentioned, we are making, both as a society and as a local community, a large investment in this idea of broadband. And no one makes an investment without tending to that investment and working on maximizing your return on investment. And we saw this MIRC opportunity to launch, as we did, 8 projects within our community to keep folks at the table and to spend this time while we were waiting for the infrastructure to be built to start engaging voices that we hadn't had at the table before and that we felt was going to be critical to a healthy online community within our community. And projects like that were kind of sleeper hits, working with the Historical Society to help them put their collection index online, all of a sudden sparked the interest of a segment of our senior community that we really had never successfully engaged before. And we most recently are streaming our community events, and we had a wonderful experience on Friday with a senior couple in our community who had driven down the Gunflint Trail and landed at our local radio station. And he's a vet, but he was frail and didn't feel comfortable going into the fray of the high school where the presentation was happening. They plunked him down at the radio station, plugged him into the streaming of the event, and he had tears in his eyes. He was able to connect with our community in a way that he wouldn't have otherwise. And so these are some of the on-the-ground success stories that we're getting through our involvement in MIRC.
Okay, great.